Other aircraft calling, say again.
Someone ticked off approach.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That's 85 Sierra, squawk 0240.
Alright, so there's the Neil centered up. So now we will
677
track
heavy, turn right on course.
Kenar. Or sorry, we've already tracked intercept Kenar. We'll track and intercept the inbound radial to the 276 to the Scribner VOR.
Just 85 Sierra, radar contact 3 north, Credo altimeters 2 at 980, fly heading of 090 vectors for straight in for 935.
All right. And now I'll have you switch over to VLOC mode. We'll come off of GPS mode, move over to VLOC.
57 Quebec, resume on navigation, Blair, radar service terminated, squawk via topic, change approved, good day. FedEx 677 heavy contact, Minneapolis Center 119.6, good day.
2.
Delta 991, descend and maintain 3000.
295, right?
November 902 and Mike
correct,
Zulu, contact Minneapolis Center 119.6, good day.
19.6, good day.
Cessna 8 Echo Sierra, change to my frequency 124.0.
Perfect. Okay, now, this one's at your discretion, but remember, we fly this approach off of which VOR?
Wisconsin 3743, keep your final within 6 miles of traffic for visual approach.
Scribner VOR.
Contact Lincoln Tower 18.5.
There you go, I'll let you cut the altitude first.
Experimental 01 Kilo, contact Tower 132.1, good day.
Nice deflection.
Cessna Sierra approach, roger. Cessna 906 Quebec traffic 12 o'clock, 4 miles, maneuvering indicating 3,100, type unknown, use caution.
We're looking for traffic, 906 Quebec.
November 432, November Charlie.
Gotta be out near Fremont.
Report cancellation of IFR in the air, this frequency on the ground 125.4.
Or I mean, the practice area for Fremont. Okay.
So maybe switch it to 111.0.
Correct. So 11.0, and you can do that on both navs because we're going to be using the. We'll have it for situational awareness on both. So see, nothing's changed except the 2 flag. So with that one, I would do the same thing there, which if you click it, should already be ready to go. Oop. There we go. And nav switch, and the needle should come
991,
back.
clear visual approach from 32 left.
Excellent. Good, okay, now let's make sure we have the right nav aid put in there. So, we'll want to identify it.
Lightning, distance, northwest.
Oops.
432 November Charlie 3000.
No, so remember what we do here is we click this first,
Yeah.
then we hit that. Perfect.
Sounds good.
That's it to me.
Yeah, let's take a peek on this one.
Over 112 Charlie Zulu, my departure, radar contact, Lincoln 15,000, speed on course. Delta 991, contact Tower 132.1, good day.
I think you have to pull it. There, yeah, you do. That's it. Yeah, so this one you pull. I think it even says, yep, volume ID pull. Yeah, so you got to pull it out for the ID. Excellent. Good. Okay, so this would be a great time to start getting ourselves ahead of the airplane.
Yep.
Still briefing the plate.
Right. So we are doing the VOR, runway 35.
Cessna 906 Quebec, traffic no factor.
Okay, 906 Quebec, thanks.
Cessna 85 Sierra, make straight in for runway 35, contact Lincoln
All
Tower.
right, so we are headed to the approach course is going to be 341. The VOR Scribner we already have in and identified. Let's see, we don't. We're going to use the pitch for the Fremont weather, so 12127. We're already talking to approach. We'll get 122.9 in. Get that ready. All right, so we're going to fly to the VOR, intercept the 161 outbound, time for 2 minutes. We will then do a heading of 116 for the procedure turn for 1 minute. Make a turn back to 296 to intercept that 341 back in. We will stay at or above 3,000. Once we have intercepted back in, we can descend to 1,940, which will be our final.
0264.
And then land at the appropriate runway, I guess.
Okay, which of course
missed approach will be climb to 3,000, right turn direct back to the Scribner VOR and hold.
Excellent work. And the
right
one runway to land on will be determined by listening to the weather. Because we got to figure out what the winds are doing. So this would be a good time to pull that up.
Density altitude 3,000. Lightning distant northwest.
Pilots exercise caution. On-demand helicopter air ambulance operation from the Fremont Hospital.
Fremont Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation. 1541 Zulu. Weather. Wind 200 at 4. Visibility 10. Clear below 12,000. Temperature 27 Celsius. Dew point 21. Altimeter 2982. Remarks. Density altitude 3,000. Lightning distant northwest.
Okay, so probably 17 with 200.
Very good. So circle land 17. And then this will be
makes 1,900 our minimum.
Very good. And then this will be a great time to load up the approach and the GPS. Approach for VOR runway 35. Transition would be to Scribner. Load and activate. Situational awareness only.
Oh, what the?
So what'll happen is,
it switched on me here.
It switches. So what you do is you just twist this right back to the 296.
I gotcha.
Oh, 295, sorry. There you go. The GPS assumes you want the that kind of outbound from the VOR. So you literally just have to switch it back. It does that every time.
Okay, I think we're coming up on our
that lead radio.
We're going to get a switch here pretty soon.
Maintain 4,000.
Yep. So see, yeah.
So should I go ahead and follow that?
Yep. So we're going to follow the lead
I'll
radio.
Go ahead and cue one. I set my course first.
Okay.
So I'm going to do 161. 161 is what I want. 161. All right, and then now I'm going to lead it.
Perfect. Now remember, the closer you get to the VOR, the tighter the lead's going to be, but you can only turn standard right. So it'd probably be better to be turning as you twist it. Okay. That turn, time, twist, track, that side of thing. Okay. Because you should still be okay, but it'll get you a lot closer. So now kind of play out the turn to match that inbound course. The outbound course. There's the two front flips. That second.
So then I'm also going to start slowing down.
Very good. Usually,
the other thing too, we're way high.
Well, we're way high, but we're going to descend when outbound. We can't descend yet, right?
Okay.
Yep.
So we usually descend and slow down once we get established.
Once we're outbound, okay.
Yep. There we go. So the needle's coming around, looking for that 161 inbound. So you can see we just keep on turning around to re-intercept it. So see your lead radial, we should need to be back there to pull that off. That's why we got the two front flip. Not a big deal. We'll just track and intercept. Keeping that scan going, looking good. Good, and you can even tell by GPS, 30 degrees is the maximum amount you're going to need. This might even be a little strong of intercept angle. We'll see what happens as the needle starts coming in. There it comes, so now we'll track it. And as the needle comes in, we start our time. There it is. So turn, time, twist, twisting's done, track. So now we're tracking, which is where you've needled in that heading. Throttle.
Now we want to come back.
Very good.
773 Foxtrot Echo.
We want to come all the way to 10, right?
So this one, that we don't need to be that aggressive on the descent.
Okay.
Just a smooth about 15 inches of manifold, and then we're just coming in for 500 feet a minute down.
Okay.
Because we know we got 3 minutes, right? So down to 3,000 would be 500 feet a minute. Yep.
We were going 2 minutes outbound,
2 minutes outbound, exactly. Keeping in mind our DME, we'll just want to watch that to remain within 10 miles.
We want 116.
Good.
Right?
Always staying one step
500
ahead.
on my approach. Enable direct Omaha VOR, runway 32 left, 10 at 5 discretion, maintain 5,000.
Remember that needle's pretty sensitive, so small changes will get you what you want on it.
Omaha approach 550 till 8,600
Bring on back
level.
to about 15 inches to help just slow it up just a touch.
Image at 500, direct runway 32 left, 5 discretion, 5,000, direct Omaha VOR.
On the procedure turn, that'd be a great time to get that gear out, so we'll want to be able to start bringing it to a slow enough speed there to be able to fold the gear.
Image at 500, I have your request. Number 525 Juliet Hotel, Omaha approach, altimeter 2979er.
2979er, 5 Juliet Hotel.
Looking good.
November 3432, November Charlie Miller Airport, 12 o'clock, 7 miles.
Ignore the GPS, that's just for situational awareness.
432 November Charlie, clear visual approach, Miller Airport, change to advisory frequency approved.
So when we turn outbound, we could probably start bringing that power back even a little further and then bring the gear out, and that will help slow us down.
All right, and we want 3,000 until established inbound,
Correct.
right?
3,000 until established inbound.
Okay, here comes our turn.
Here we go.
Cessna 906 Quebec, traffic 11 o'clock and 3 miles, maneuvering indicating 1,800, appears heading into Fremont, type unknown, use caution.
Looking
for traffic, 906 Quebec.
I've got him on the ADSB.
Put the 5-1 Romeo, continue present, heading in the right, downwind runway 35, contact Lincoln Tower 18.5.
Let's slow our descent down a little bit since we're plenty low. That'll
Very good.
bring our speed back here.
Yep, and remember that we're trying to get the gear out too, so.
Yep.
With that timing outbound looking good. And this would be a good time to turn time twist, so we can twist that inbound course back in now as we time outbound for a minute.
Right now?
Yep, so this is where we can put that 341 inbound into the inbound course.
Oh.
Yep.
341.
There we go. Nice pad on that 3,000, looking good.
Cambridge at 500.
The division of your attention. Minutes up, so we'll start that right-hand turn.
We time now, right?
Correct. Well, and remember, you
it doesn't really matter at this point.
Because, yeah, you're just turning outbound on that heading of
departure, Top Cat
296.
Checking in 2,500 for 3,000, requesting vectors for the ILS runway 30 off.
3 green, down and set.
Number 5, you have one departure radar contact.
I've had that 3,000 foot just in touch.
Departure 180, Top Cat 52 Heavy.
There you go.
Heavy, how would you approach terminate?
Looking good.
And Top Cat 52 Heavy, it'll be option radar.
So now, for the remainder of the procedure turn, you're just looking for that 100 miles an hour, because we know we're going to keep 100 miles an hour on the approach.
Cessna 3 Lima, turn left.
So it should be about 18 inches of manifold. We'll keep that for you with gear down. This is looking great. Just altitude check real quick. We're not, technically we're established now, so actually you're not wrong. But
4276 on my approach, expected visual 1832 left, set at path discretion, maintain 4,000.
on an official scale, you could start down now, but I just wait till you're a little closer to the inbound course.
Cessna 8 Echo Sierra, NRA right base, runway 35, contact Lincoln Tower 18.5.
Okay, so there's our course to intercept.
Excellent. So now, as we're tracking that inbound, this would be a great time to bring those flaps and begin the descent down.
Now?
Yep.
Okay.
Because see, now we're established on that inbound course, or the needles come off the wall. So this is where we can start down.
1900.
1940.
Yep.
By Farad. 1.7 DME.
Okay, so we can go ahead and
500 to maintain 3,000.
Very good. Yep, exactly.
And we want 750, right?
There we go. 750 feet a minute down. Should give us 100 miles an hour at 10 degrees of flaps and 10 inches of manifold pressure.
Silverhawk 23, my departure radar contact, will maintain 10,000. Silverhawk 23, fly heading of 340, intercept Victor 71.
I'm going to give you the SCB VOR so we have the correct DME.
Okay. 500 feet to minimum.
Checks.
This is 648, proceed direct Council Bluffs.
Okay, there's our needles coming in pretty good there.
Excellent.
We'll find him. Keep our 750 here.
There you go. There's 100 feet a minute. That indicates, or 100 miles an hour. That indicates we have the right speed going.
Okay. 200 feet.
Checks. No timing on the approach because it's missed approach at the VOR.
Cessna 83, Lima 4 miles from marker, turn left heading 030, maintain VFR, good ILS, my 36 approach.
Okay, that's going to be kind of where we need to be here.
Excellent. All right, so now what we do is we just fly at 1940, and then you can just add in the power to keep 100 miles an hour because we don't want to be too slow on this. There you go. Altitude check.
Top Cat 5, heavy, turn left heading 120.
Left 120, Top Cat 52 heavy.
There you go. Nice, we're getting that altitude back. So
8.5.
now, the purpose of this is, we have found that probably about a minute and a half outbound is all we need. Because now what we're doing is that we're 6 miles to go to the VOR, which is not a problem. There's nothing wrong with that. We just cruise 6 miles until we arrive back at the airport. But the reason I want you to do this is I want you to practice holding this altitude or a little higher as you track the inbound course. This is the essence of a non-precision approach. It's just flying at minimums until you arrive at the missed approach point. And then if you don't see anything, you go miss. So this would be a great time now to let approach know that we are, we're going to do a landing at Scribner. We'll get back on with it.
Jet 500 for visual approach, May 36, contact Tower 132.1, good day.
Omaha approach, Cardinal 2196 Quebec, like to do a landing at Scribner, and then we'll come back with you.
Cessna 906 Quebec, radar service terminated, keep the present squawk, change advisory frequency approved.
Okay, change to advisory frequency, we'll keep the squawk 906 Quebec.
We're now current at
Perfect.
Okay. And we're 5 miles, 4.5 miles.
Out on the VOR 35 approach. Circle to land, 17.
Scribner area traffic, Cardinal 2196 Quebec's 4.4 on the VOR to 35, circle to land 17, Scribner traffic.
Excellent work. Great job on that approach. Nice job staying ahead of the airplane. I like how you set everything up and brought it in. You can see there's a number of steps that happen, but you were staying pretty much right with me in terms of the, like, you know, next step, next step, next step. And what I like is how every time you did something, you called out the next step ahead. That's going to just make your VOR approach so much better. It's always being aware of that next step ahead. We would have that descent down and everything. This is now the perfect time to just bring that prop and mixture to full. That way, in case we have to go missed, it's already ready to go. And now your goal is just to stay right around 1960 to 1980, tracking inbound to Scribner. And I'll let you know when you have the runway in sight.
Okay.
This is just me. I would probably pad your minimums just a touch more. Okay. The only reason I say this is a check ride bus is for bus and minimums. Okay. So having a little bit of a cushion in case you get that sudden change in wind or something that causes deflection just gives you that extra little bit of insurance. Okay. Go ahead,
so
sir.
They would rather see if I just said, hey, you know what, the minimums are here, but I'm going to use 2,000.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, remember, the sky, the clouds didn't kill, and never killed anybody. It's the ground that kills people. So that to them, they don't mind if you're a little high. You get plus or minus. You get plus 100, minus 0.
Yep.
So being a little high is not a bad deal. Okay, runway's in sight.
Okay.
Goggles coming off. Give another position report.
Okay, yep, got it.
Circle the land.
Scribner area traffic Cardinal is breaking off from the VOR 35, circle to land 17, entering the downwind Scribner traffic.
Remember, just because you're circling does not mean minimums are not a thing anymore, so you got to keep the minimums until you're ready to descend.
Taking traffic, Skyhawk 80135 is 11 miles to the northeast, maneuvering 7,000, and we'll be descending engine 7.
All right, there's the VOR.
Are we going to just do a full stop and taxi back?
Nope, this will be a touch and go.
Touch and go?
Yep.
Okay.
Unless you don't feel comfortable touching and going on the runway. This particular runway is 4,200 feet long.
Okay. Yeah, we should be all right.
Altitude check. Just about 20 feet low. So remember, when we circle about 3/4 of a mile out approximately. So where you are now is pretty good. So I just square off with the runway. And then we stay at minimums until base because we're already 500 feet low.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Scribner traffic, Cardinals turning base 17, Scribner traffic.
Perfect, and now we can bust minimums. Okay, so we'll practice a little bit, the staying a little higher than 1940. I like how accurate you are. It's just if we bust it a little bit and we don't trend back up, that's where the FAA gets upset. Okay. So we'll practice staying a little bit higher above those.
500.
All right. Scribner traffic, Cardinals turning final 17, Scribner traffic.
Gas, gear, under picture, props, gas, and
we're good.
Threshold check, 3 green, gears down. I'm going to give Scribner high marks for the smell this time of year.
Yeah.
Perfect.